We are here with Pete from Aussie English. Pete, thanks so much for doing this with me.
Man, my pleasure. My pleasure. I love reacting to Americans attempting to do Australian accents.
So we've got a compilation. I don't know if anyone remembers, but there was a Simpsons episode. I think it was just one episode where they went to Australia, wasn't it?
Wasn't it when Bart's like ringing up about some dare saying, you know, I bet the water in the toilet goes the other way in Australia or something, and he's trolling the Australian kid. Right.
So I don't remember ever actually watching this. I remember hearing about it. And so did you watch this episode?
Yeah. We used to watch Simpsons all the time. You know, it'd come on at whatever it was, 6:30 or 5:30 in the evening. So we used to watch it. It used to come up every afternoon, and it'd be on repeat. So you'd see this episode once a year or so, right? Where they were talking about Australians, and you'd be like, "Woohoo, we got a mention."
And I've never seen it, so
it'll be interesting to see your reaction.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Play.
Mark Simpson of the International Drainage Commission. It's an emergency.
If it's an emergency, then
We understand some drains in your area have been malfunctioning, sucking in people and whatnot.
Ridiculous. That's awful.
Indeed. Stand clear.
He's so cute. Oh.
The fixtures, you're all draining clockwise, sir.
You're all draining clockwise, sir.
Yeah, it sounded Scottish to me.
$900 dues. Tobias, did you accept a 6-hour collect call from the States?
It was an emergency call from the International Drainage Commission in Springfield.
Oh my God. There's nothing wrong with the bidet, is there?
Yeah, that's taken directly from Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, true.
Because we don't have, I don't think I've ever even seen a bidet in a bathroom.
I've used one. I've had one in a bathroom once we were living in the Pakistani embassy that was vacated in Canberra, and they had 10 rooms in there, and the big suite had a bidet there, but that's because they're Islamic. And I probably learnt about it through Crocodile Dundee.
Right, and remember that he didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Because he tried to put his feet in it.
And dollary doos. I think that's just a piss take of Australians, right? I don't think any Australian has ever said dollary doos.
Dollary doos.
Hello?
Right, I'm calling all the way from Squatters Crog, Australia, and I want to speak to
Squatters
Dr.
what?
Simpson.
Squatters Crog or something?
Squatters Crog?
Never heard of it.
My name is Bruno Drundridge, right? You owe me $900, mate.
No, you owe me $900.
You're just some punk kid, aren't you?
Aren't ya?
Yeah, I think they're mixing in a lot of British sort of mannerisms, right?
Well,
like stupid,
and also bleeding. Nobody in Australia says bleeding. We say bloody, but I suppose bloody is considered a swear word?
In America, or?
Yes.
I don't think we would. It's kind of like a really, really light. It'd be like frickin', right? It's like, ooh, that's light. If you said bloody hell, no one would be like, whoa, that's really offensive.
You don't think? Well, my mum is from Scotland, and she thinks bloody is quite a bad swear word.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's something that like I would be able to say in front of my grandparents, and they're quite well-to-do, so.
Well-to-do.
They would never swear. I think if I dropped the C-bomb in front of my grandparents, they wouldn't flinch because they wouldn't know what it was. So.
Surely they'd know what it was.
I'm being sort of half facetious, but I reckon they would just be like...
Only half.
Yeah.
You're all the way in Australia. Hey, I think I hear a dingo eating your baby.
Yeah, well...
I remember that. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Watch the movie. What's the movie called with Meryl Streep? It was in my last reaction video.
No, I can't remember the name. I've only actually seen that scene that is the stereotype of that dingo got the baby.
The dingo's got my baby!
Oh, that's it. I'm going to report this to me member of Parliament. Hey, Gus! I got something to report to you.
That's a bloody outrage, it is. I want to take this all the way to the Prime Minister. Mr. Prime Minister!
Working hard.
Hey!
Andy.
Hi, mate. What's a good word?
It says you can't bring in outside plants or animals.
Sorry.
Correct.
I don't want to get in any more trouble down here. I'll pick you up on the way home.
Like kangaroos. What's the reptiles they is?
We have them in America. They're called bullfrogs.
What? That's an odd name.
They're doing a lot of the glottal stop.
What?
And that's
always
Cockney
it's
British.
so yeah, but I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes that Americans will make when they're trying to sound Australian. They will do that rather than the tongue placement to stop the sound.
That's sort of like the sort of really poor accent that I'd put on if I was doing, you know, a Cockney accent from Britain. You know, it's like, ugh.
That's very good, Pete.
You sound like you're from London.
I'd have called them Chazwazzers.
Australia was originally
Every American's
a
dream.
settlement for British convicts. Lisa, watch your camera.
Man, there's so many tropes in here, right? With the kangaroos being everywhere, and then now them referencing Australians as being convicts, and so we're all thieves.
Is that? Oh, I didn't get
That's the joke
that.
they're making. Watch your cameras! Like, oh, well, she said, watch your cameras! Yeah, she's making the reference to convicts and how we have the reputation of being all thieves and criminals.
Yeah, 100 years too late.
It's funny, my grandparents lived in a time where they were ashamed to have any kind of convict ancestry, but it's come full circle now where everyone is actually really proud of it.
Proud of it.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, my relatives were all trash, you know, thieves, whatever.
Call that a knife? This is a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a spoon.
Crocodile Dundee reference.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. All right, you win. I see you've played knifey spoony before.
Hey, give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
Something wrong, Yank?
Foster's.
That's another thing, right? Because Foster's was originally Australian, but it's been bought by America, hasn't it?
I just learned this. It was two Irish-American brothers who immigrated out here in the late 1800s, and then they created Foster's. But the marketing, because obviously Australian for beer, the marketing, international marketing is what makes it so popular.
Beer. Foster's, Australian for beer.
So people really believe that it's an Australian thing. Nobody in Australia drinks it.
Foreigners drink it. People that are not from Australia drink it.
Pretty big, I guess.
I'll just have a cup of coffee.
Beer it is.
No, I said coffee.
Bear it is. I think that was meant to be beer. Did you hear that?
Oh.
Bear it is. It's like beer.
Oh, you're better at understanding the bad accents than I am.
Beer.
Coffee.
Beer.
E.
B-ear.
C-O.
B-E.
Hey,
But what have you done?
I think that is a direct reference to the cane toad getting into the cane crops, or at least being let go there to eat the cane beetles, but not realizing the beetles climb the cane and the frogs can't eat them.
Well, that's what happens when you introduce foreign species into an ecosystem that can't handle them.
I need to do a follow-up episode with the koalas, how they got to America and just screw the place up.
Yes. Oh, that was fantastic.
It's been a long time since I have seen any Simpsons, so I'm glad that I got to see that episode again. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting too, because the Americans kind of get our humor in those episodes, I think, right? With poking fun at us. Normally, the stereotype in Australia, at least, is that Americans don't have senses of humor, at least not self-deprecating senses of humor. They get offended by our jokes.
Right, but keep in mind, they're laughing at the Australian culture or their version of it rather than laughing at the American culture.
True.
So in that scenario, the Simpson family are the ones who come out on top, aside from the little koala at the end.
True.
But for the rest of the
time, balance it.
Right? They're like, oh, maybe this is too offensive. Quick, let's give the Aussies one up at the end. Anyway.
Awesome.
Thanks, Pete.
My pleasure. See you next time.
Yeah. Bye.